me check. Loading it, reloading it. It doesn't show up. Is this the right channel?
Yes.
Give me it.
I've got it up.
You got it up? It's not showing up for me.
Video up? Looks
Yep.
like it.
Let's see. For categories. Okay, so I just barely created an account for Twitch.
The actual response for Twitch, at least from me, it's slower than it actually is.
Yeah.
It's like when we talk, it takes about 3 to 5 seconds for it to happen on whatever.
Yeah, so in other words, don't listen to both at the same time.
Yeah.
So all we need to do is check every now and then, make sure it's running.
Yeah, I'll just have mine up all the time.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, go get Dave. David! Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing up for me. Maybe I have to be logged in to watch it. No, I shouldn't have to be.
David, we got it running.
Alrighty. They said, Dallin said he pulled it up on his computer?
On his tablet.
On his tablet?
Yep, right here, laptop. Not laptop, iPad.
Okay. Okay.
They're reading the counter this game.
Probably.
May or may not. As this entire campaign is going to be mostly investigation and intrigue.
It's a story campaign, not a fight everything campaign.
Call me for the fights. I need to do something.
What do you need to do?
Something.
Well, Dave, you have to introduce your character. Come on.
Alright, Parker's right.
Character can just appear all of a sudden.
Just sit down and play, David.
Spear
This is-
blazing.
This is character introduction at the start of each stream. Alright. Who would like to start their introduction?
Not you. You don't got a character.
Yes, I do.
I guess I can.
Alright.
My guy's name is Sky Adams.
So-
He's an angel. Say that again?
For the character introduction, it's basically a description of his background. Of their background. Those are more of my cards, David.
Oh.
Then I don't have anything for that. I'm going to have to think of that.
All right.
So, who else would like to do their character back?
I'll go next.
Alright.
Oh crap, I forgot. What did I name my guy again?
Balthazar.
Balthazar, that's right. Balthazar, I am a Boros, archer. Mostly a, stun sniper. I use blunt weapons to stun opponents for easy capture to bring them into the Azurius Guild. We are doing Ravnica, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Making sure I'm not just spouting off random stuff.
All right. My guy is not guild affiliated. He's friends with Ruach Thar, but he is actually a planeswalker. His name is Draxus Skung, and he prefers fighting. And he does not like the Mr. All High and Mighty attitude from anyone. Alright, who's next?
I will go next. While Matt and Dallin think of something. Alright. There are many things that lurk beneath the streets of the city of Ravnica. And Sven, a ranger from the Golgari Guild, knows many of those things. As a ranger for the guild, his job involves traversing across dark and dangerous places that the sun has never even seen. There are many terrors and horrors that are found beneath one's feet. And Sven, lost my train of thought. Sven knows how to deal with those threats. You all heard that?
Yep.
Sven knows how to do all the bets. Huh. Ooh. So pretty much the character can be pretty much anybody, right?
This is your character.
Right.
Yeah, but like build off what your like what guild you are, make up his backstory, etc.
Right. My character is a human warrior named
Well,
Drake.
he was a sea elf druid.
Wait, CL Druid. Thank you. He was he's a druid that.
Is part of the Simic Combine.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. He's part of the Senate Combine, and basically he enjoys learning about the outside world, and basically he wants to try an adventure and be able to help as many people as he wants.
Dallin? Are you going to go, Dallin?
Yeah, I'm piecing it together here.
So the website's twitch.tv, correct?
Yep.
And let's see, what do I need to type down to find our thing?
Dire circumstance.
Dire.
And that'll be the channel. That's the name of the channel.
Yep.
How in the world am I going to find that?
Okay, I think I've got one.
All right, go ahead, Dallin.
As an angel who's literally fallen from grace, Sky's only chance of returning back to his home and to his family is to is lifting his exile by stopping an evil that would otherwise ruin the land.
And why did your character join the Orzhov Syndicate? Wealth and power?
Sky ended up joining the Orzhov Syndicate, despite how can I say this? Despite a lot of I can't think of the word. Pretty much despite the warning bells going on in his head and everything else telling him not to, he decided to join the Orzhov Syndicate to gain experience on how criminals and other thugs like them work to gain first-hand experience and figure out how to take them down.
Though there are many angels within the Orzhov Syndicate.
Right.
So,
I'm done with that.
since David doesn't want to join for a while, our band of adventurers are in a tavern in the 10th district, the largest and most civilized district within Ravnica, and where most of this campaign takes place. As I'm there with Matt, Sven is there with Drake, both of whom are old friends as they've met several times outside of the laboratory Drake works at. Balthazar is also there, having a drink after his shift, when Sky comes in, looks around. When Sky comes in, as Sky has a job and he knows someone who owes him a favor.
They all came through at once.
Go.
Wait, sorry. I'm sorry, I lost track. I was setting something up. What was that last part? I'm sorry.
So,
Patience.
Sven and Sky are. Well, Sven is there at the
They're
tavern
together, we've been friends.
with Drake, both of whom are conversing in Elvish while talking with each other, as they've met several times outside the laboratory Drake works at. Balthazar is also there at the tavern, having a drink after his shift has come to after his shift for the day has ended. When Sky comes in, as he's got a job and he knows someone who owes him a favor still.
So I'm talking with Balthazar.
With Sven.
When you have shadow fiends. Okay. It's called fiendish swag. Find a little bit more about different things.
Okay,
Sounds good to me.
so I need some assistance with completing a quest, and I need help, and I can't do it alone.
Right. And your previous experience with Sven has taught you about him that he's an excellent tracker and he can help hold his own for a while in a large fight.
Even shadow poison.
And that's about Balthazar, right? Or is that about
Sven.
Sven? Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Nice. I'm hosting your channel.
So I.
So this live stream can be viewed on 2 channels right now.
Oh crap.
I still need to find the phone.
All right. So
Go ahead.
So setting up the scenery. We're in a tavern. Sven and Drake are at a table talking. Balthazar is over at a booth, sitting there, brewing over his drink while going over the day's event from his shift. And then Sky walks in through the door, looking for someone who owes him a favor, who can help him with this one job that he's got.
Okay. I approach Spence and first off ask how he is doing and how life has been treating him.
Oh, I'm going all right, Sven replies to Sky. Still got a few scars from those goblins, but they'll heal on their own.
That was a hard battle. But anyway, I need your help once again. I need help tracking down someone
right.
who owes me a favor.
No, Sven's the one who owes you a favor.
Oh,
The
Spence.
job that
Okay.
you have. So, well, earlier that day, you were approached. Well, earlier that day, you were approached by a Vidalcan named Snasius, who works for the Guild Pact. He's approached you as he needs a group of people who have particular skills to assist in the retrieval of a convict who got loose just before sunrise that morning. He escaped during his transfer to Uzdek, a maximum security prison where he would have spent the rest of his days.
Then we were in Russia.
Okay. I can already tell this is going to be a long battle.
His name is Krenko. He's the boss of a large gang of goblins that operates around Foundry Street. He was apprehended to answer for a long list of crimes, including murder. He allegedly incited a riot that led to the deaths of a guard and 2 inmates at his prison a week ago. The warden decided enough was enough and pushed through his transfer. Krenko has made a lot of enemies, but the Shattergang brothers are his biggest threat. They're a rival goblin gang specialized in elect weapons, and they want Krenko to deal in reprisal for the murder of one of their lieutenants. The dead lieutenant also happens to be the youngest of the 3 siblings that run the gang. They'll tear the neighborhood apart to find him once they know he has escaped. Normally, they'd let the Azurius deal with this situation, but they suspect that Krenko might have had help from one of the other guilds when he escaped. They're listing others to investigate that connection, as it could point to a bigger problem. You need to take down Krenko and bring him back alive.
Capture him alive, bring him back
Alive.
so he can face trial. Or bring him to prison.
Why does this sound like something out of Star Wars? Take him to court. No, he's too dangerous. We must kill him now.
Is it because it's May the 4th?
Oh no!
I forgot that was today.
I didn't.
Right.
I even got the shirt.
Oh gosh.
Or just like, I'll save. I'll give Peter a chance
So,
to live.
Alright. Sven, after hearing your brief explanation of the job, goes, Goblin crime lords, somewhere in the city, need to find him, bring him back alive. Well, I'm in. What about you, Drake? You want to join?
Absolutely. I'm in.
Parker?
Yep.
Right. Your character would have overheard the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since Krenko was brought in to the Azurius by the Boros.
I stand up and I walk over. Actually, Balthazar stands up and walks over the table. I'm currently off duty, but bringing in Krenko was my regiment's responsibility. If he's escaped, I want in.
All right.
I pull out my Boros insignia badge and I set it down on the table.
Oh. Looks like we got one of the Boros with us. Well, what are we waiting for?
All right. So, does anyone have any sort of lead right now that we might have on him?
So, all right. Everyone make a roll. Parker does it with advantage since he's got Goblin as a favorite enemy.
15.
That's your highest?
Yep, the other one was a 1.
15.
Do you guys have 20-sided, or do you want me to do the random number generator?
20-sided die?
I don't have one, so someone can need to roll for me.
Yeah. Do you want me to roll an actual die, or do the random die generator?
I could care less.
So, Parker,
It's
with
easier
your
to just roll a
investigation check, you got a 19.
You rolled an 18.
Oh.
And I rolled a 17. With investigation of 1 and 1. So, Matt, what did you roll?
For D20, 17.
17 plus your investigation. It's a 0. So, it's common knowledge that Krenko's gang operates around Foundry Street.
Mm-hmm.
However, Parker, being part of the Boros Legion, Balthazar, being part of the Boros Legion, happens to know a few of Krenko's contacts.
I got the bottle.
Alright, let's start shaking down some goblins.
Let's do it.
Careful though. Foundry Street is a powder keg of all sorts of unlikables. What's the word?
Unsavory folk.
Unsavory folk. There we go. Unsavory folk.
So, the first contact on your list, Parker,
Mm-hmm.
is a human who used to be part of the Izzet League and commonly deals with weapons for various gangs within that area.
What would a weapons dealer have to do with a scrap lord?
With a goblin boss.
He's still a scrap lord.
Well, goblins still need weapons.
Okay. Do I know where his den
And
is?
frankly, at this point,
As for Krenko's
I
den,
think they'd be going for anything.
No, not Krenko's, the weapons dealer.
yes, you do. You know exactly where his laboratory is.
Oh, the turret mechanic now.
Alright. Let's formulate a plan. Do we want to burst down the front door, or do we want to try and catch him out on the street where he doesn't have a bolt hole?
Knocking down on the front door seems like there's an ambush waiting for us.
It isn't, is it? There's probably going to be mechanical traps all over his lair.
Yeah.
And if you try to jump him outside, more than likely, we're more open to an ambush from others.
Yeah, if we jump him outside, he's probably going to... He only leaves his den if he's making a weapons exchange. And even then, only if it's a high importance weapons exchange. So there's going to be goblins around.
So this is, I think maybe a safer way to do that is wait until he comes out, and then so that way we won't have to be busted inside of the doors and get with all these different traps all the time.
It's tiny.
We need somebody staked out. Oh, jeez. I'm
Take your
dying.
time.
Balthazar down. All right.
Wait, what?
I'm dying over here. We need somebody staked outside of its den. Since I know where it is, that should be me. Do we have somebody who's good at sneaking in the party?
Ooh.
You?
Yes,
I forget your name.
Sven.
Sven. Okay. Now who's the weird looking donkeys?
The weird what?
It's a Frozen reference. The funny looking donkey fella. Oh, that's Sven.
Oh,
Okay, now who's the reindeer?
Okay, why don't we just go ahead and copyright everything now?
It's alright, we don't have monetization.
So, I will hang out with me and Sven. Will actually, I'll find us a nearby rooftop in which we can monitor some of his exits. When we do locate him, Sven will follow him and sneak to the warehouse where he's going to be making the deal. And then Sven will come back, we'll have a meeting point. And then show us where the trade is happening.
sounds like a plan.
All right.
I got nothing against it.
Yeah, I know. It's just that my mom was calling me, trying to turn it down.
Fallish. Well, the person your go-to, Fallish,
1 second. Keep going.
So, Fallish's laboratory is located in an alley behind a restaurant.
That fiendish.
The door itself is out of place, as it looks to be more of a vault door than an actual back alley door.
Anyone got C4s?
Leave me alone. Can't you tell
So-
when you're not?
While Balthazar and Sven
Well, it didn't matter.
are staking out the place, we see a human walk by the door, look around before opening it, and then close it behind them. And we hear the click as the door locks.
I think we found it.
Cool.
So, what's everyone's plan from here? As it is late evening.
Well, considering that thing's a vault door, not an actual door, and that, considering how strong vault doors are, you're not going to break them down with force. Not unless you have not unless you're like Hulk.
So I guess I'll do spell amp.
Are there any other possible points of entry, vents, windows, anything?
Are we talking for his den or the warehouse where the trade's going to be?
This is
Either
the
or.
laboratory that he works at.
This laboratory.
Laboratory that he works/lives in.
So he's an ISIT. He's gonna have an ISIT. He's gonna have a main entrance, a bolt exit, and an emergency exit. The emergency exit's gonna be a big, like maybe trap door on the top or side of the building. The bolt is going to be probably go underneath the building into the sewers. .
12 people. So,
Yep, that's who we're hunting.
I'm thinking I could like maybe fly up and just kind of like get on the roof and see if there is like a trap door and just kind of anything else that might be an emergency exit.
The emergency exit will only, like, is his lab? Is it a short building or in the ruins of a skyscraper?
well, his lab is actually. Let's see. There's a restaurant right in front of it, and what appears to be a regular building. None of the windows show any sort of laboratory or any sign of foul-ish, and there's no secret exits outside through the roof.
If you can make it out of this alive, I highly respect you.
So it is underneath the building. The building is a front.
Alive!
Yes.
Which
All right.
that's making me think if all the exits are underground, they've got to lead to another building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
there's gonna be. So if we go in there, even if a trap doesn't get us, he sets off an alarm. He's going to disappear, and we will not find him. What we have to do is catch him out in the open, possibly either before he reaches his destination, or right when he does.
that makes sense.
Preferably before he reaches it. Foundry Street is never really open, but it is never really empty, but somewhere mostly secluded. The locals don't respond well to Boros soldiers.
So doing it at trying to perform at a place that is, or perform the trade at a highly illegal, or at a secret location, which a lot of stuff is performed by a bunch of outlaws.
It'd probably be a weapons deal in a warehouse. Do you guys know anything about Foundry Street?
I think
It's I know in the cards it mentions the Foundry Street riots a lot.
so. If we can try to get into the warehouse, we can be able to sneak inside of the warehouse, get inside of different positions, and be able to wait until the guy comes in, be able to catch whoever the guy, the criminal is, and at the same time probably catch the guy that is doing this illegal trade.
Yeah.
But like I said earlier, those kind of things are going to be well guarded by goblins.
All right.
So we try to get past the goblins somehow.
We might have to fight the goblins. If we do it out in the open, it's going to be seen and well known, and every crime group, every gang in the entire sector will be locked down and high alert. So what we need to do is take them out inside the warehouse, away from prying eyes, so they think it was either a routine bust, or they think it was another gang interfering on their territory. Because if we take down a single person out in the street, somebody who has linked to Krento is going to bury himself in a hole and we'll never find him.
Right. I can think that if we manage to get inside of the warehouse without being seen, we can be able to, like, bring in any or cause any whistles and
Yeah.
or whatever, like in Assassin's Creed, just as of like giving it like a whistle, like they'll come over, snatch him inside, finish him off quickly. No one even notices. We're in and out.
So, you all figured out a plan?
Yeah.
I believe so.
So, we're going to follow Fallish as he goes to drop off the weapons. Was that it?
Yeah.
Follow him, sneak, somehow avoid the guards, sneak inside of the warehouse.
We should have Bibble Tips show up randomly through the campaign.
Maybe cause a little distraction for the guards to be like, to check out something, which can give us a chance to sneak inside of the warehouse.
All right. So, throughout the night, there's no activity. No activity, but as the next day, the door still remains closed, as if the person inside isn't wanting to go out. But then, late into the evening of the day, you all hear a familiar click as the door unlocks, and you see Valish leave his laboratory, look around as if he's making sure no one sees him. Everyone, roll a stealth check.
Oh boy.
I want to roll for me.
Yeah, I'll roll for you.
It's not a rolling dice.
I need rolling dice.
I don't have rolling dice.
D20?
D8.
Yep.
D20.
Oh, D8.
And for him,
It's a D20.
oh yeah, I roll 8.
You rolled an 8?
Yep, and he rolled a 15. What's my stealth?
Your stealth, Parker?
How stealthy are rangers?
Your stealth is a 4 with disadvantage.
Why disadvantage?
Scale mail.
Why am I wearing scale mail?
It was part of the equipment.
As a ranger?
Scale mail is a medium armor.
Well, the 8 was the lower.
Oops. I rolled a 19.
Nice! I got a 19.
+19 2. Alright, for you, Dallin,
I rolled for him. He got a 15.
you got a 15?
Yep.
Alright. So, we all managed to avoid his detection, but when Parker shifted slightly in his armor, that brought some attention to him from Fallish.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts making off at a mad dash away from us.
Alright, I whip out my stun bolt and fire at him, and shout, "Change of plans, take him out now." We need him take him out now, we need him alive.
Alright, Parker,
Yep.
make an attack roll.
I have to roll a d20, right?
Yep.
Where's it at? Okay, I rolled a 13.
Ooh, nice.
You rolled a 13. +4 from your dexterity modifier, +2 with
That's-
proficiency.
Mm-hmm.
19, 21.
So I hit.
Yes.
Big time hit.
How much does the stun bolt do?
Let's see, we had agreed it was a D4, and then he has to make a saving throw.
Constitution saving
Constitution
throw, right?
saving throw. Equal to 8 plus your proficiency plus your dexterity modifier.
Why 8?
That's the basis for setting a DC.
Okay.
All right. So
What do you roll?
he got a 5 with a +2 to modifier.
Okay.
The bolt hits. Balthazar managed to deal.
The damage is inconsequential. It's about stunning him more than it's about doing the damage. I can roll my own D4.
1 damage.
2 damage.
2 damage to Fallish. And since Fallish failed his saving throw,
He goes down.
He goes down as he hits. Well, it goes down as the force of the blow knocks him to the ground.
Yeah, because my bolts I'm using, they're like arrows, but they've got like a heavy head on the end, so they're called stun bolts.
Well, they got the force of a bolt, pretty much.
All right, fly guy, get down there quickly.
All right, I fly down towards him and apprehend him, restricting his movement to where he cannot escape.
Good.
Shall we question him?
The rest of
I
us
think
rappel
searching
down
first
the building.
could.
And I say, alley, now.
All right.
We pull him into the closest alley. I have an idea to salvage this. Do you have anything that can conceal us from prying eyes? A smoke bomb, perhaps, or?
Nope.
Alrighty.
I don't think so. Wait, I'm a druid. Can I cast a spell to hide us for camouflage, or?
Let's see. You have the Cure Wounds and Absorb Elements spell prepared.
What about me as an angel?
As an angel paladin, you don't get spells until your next level.
Which makes sense.
Okay.
And I doubt 2 of my spells would work. I think one of us should be able to stand on either side. One of us should be able to stand on either alleyway and just watch for anyone that could be coming.
I tell everyone to put on their weather cloaks, like your rain cloak, to hide any guild affiliate insignias on you.
Absolutely, good idea.
If need be, we can possibly brand his hand or his door with the Orzhov sign to make it look like he owes the Orzhov money.
Actually, since the Orzhov has a large grip within this area, people will not look twice if Dallin's character is seen questioning him.
Yeah, but we don't want people to not look twice. We don't want people looking the first time and seeing guild interference. We don't want it to look like we're questioning him. We want it to look like a shakedown because he owes the Orzhov money.
That's what people will think it would be.
Still, we don't want it to look like a questioning.
I don't think there's a second option for this.
Orzhov are known for great memories, right? They're good at So, is it possible that this guy actually owes the Orzhov any money?
Very much so. considering he's a major weapons dealer. He's got to at least owe some kind of weapons or money to the Orzhov.
Ah, so we can pretend as if like one of us can be like Dallon's character can shield himself or like cloak himself very well, so that way he won't be recognized as an angel so easily, and then we can be like pretending as if like, why do you the boss sent us here, you owe us some money.
Or let people see him as an angel, pull him either in this alley or into his own house, which I don't know, because there's probably a trap right at the entrance.
Hand me his lines.
Whose lines?
The goblin's lines.
It's not a
It's
goblin.
not a goblin.
We're currently shaking down a human who
he's a
knows,
human?
who might know where Krenko is.
Alright, hand me what he knows.
Those 3 points.
Okay, so wearing the cloak, I push him to the ground. We also have to be careful not to violate any guild law. We have to make it look like the Orzhov, but we can't officially brand him with the Orzhov mark, or both the Orzhov will come after us or the Orzhov will come down on you for improperly using the Orzhov's authority, and then the Azurius would come down on us for abusing guild law. So we have to make it look like an Orzhov shakedown, while it not actually being one.
Smart idea. I mean, it's the only option that we got instead of a
To him in this?
Didn't see that working earlier.
large crime place.
Alright, so I quietly, officially deputize this area as a interrogation chamber. And I say it so only he can hear me, which means it's an official interrogation now. Which allows for the use of torture via refusal to answer, but not enough to cause permanent damage. Under Boros law. Boros are strong arms, but they aren't cruel. So I shake him and ask, "Where is Krenko?"
Get into the attitude.
Where is he?
Where's him?
You better start talking now, bro.
I
Very specific in a city this large.
Oh, please don't do the accent. You know what? Fine, go with it. We'll do the accent. That is the person we're interrogating.
Oh, hello, good sir.
No one has more contact with the goblins than you do. Where's Krenko?
Which goblins? Krenko? He's been gone for days. Probably out still in prison or something.
You know he isn't. You're probably delivering it to him now.
Delivering what?
The
heck would I have?
What's the name of Dallon's character?
Sky.
I gesture at Sky. Open the bag.
Bag? What you got in there?
It's your bag, David.
Oh, my bag.
Yes.
So,
Jay's brother.
Fellish had on him a bag of holding. Turning it inside out, there are several different types of weapons, practically one of each from the player's handbook,
I would know.
and a few machines that appear to be made out of Mizium.
Naughty.
Is Mizium valuable?
Mizium is a material that isn't used for making machinery. In the case of this, it looks like flamethrowers.
Krenko lights flamethrowers.
It was for a band concert. And the swords I found up around some scenes. Big bloody places, I tell you. I was going to make something nice with them. Jewelry for my little lassie.
Sky, start sifting through the stuff. Make it look like you're looking for a bag of money.
Bag of money? Why do I have one of those in here? What's going on here?
I slam you against the ground. I ask questions. Who's buying buying the torches?
Torches?
The flame.
I told you.
Slam you against the ground. Who's buying?
Alright, there's a nice little forge I've been around. They
Slam. Forges don't buy. Don't lie to me. Who's buying them?
they needed to get the forge really hot.
Slam.
Some of these aren't quite what you think they are.
Slam.
I swear it's not what you think it is.
Why are you going into Irish? You went from low London to Irish. I'm giving him a concussion. He thinks he's from Ireland. I don't. I want names.
Jim, Bob,
I want the names of the people you're selling to, not random names.
Niv Mizzet.
You're not. Niv Mizzet would rather eat you than talk to you. Slam.
Well, who else would want this bloody material?
Krenko.
You don't buy it off the streets, you know.
That's exactly what you do.
Nah.
You sell it off the streets. That's your job.
Where's Krenko? Rolled a 1.
You did?
I'll have to calm down all that.
Now, who's this freak little monster over here? Is that one of them little rock monsters?
What race?
Hiding around in the
what
sewers?
Race are you?
Sven's a dark elf.
Sven.
That's all.
Do not call me that.
You one of them sewer people?
I take one of my bolt sniper bolt arrows and backhand him with it.
Ugh. What's happened? Where am I?
2 damage.
Where am I?
Wait. 3 damage. One of my bolt snipers.
What's happening here? Who are you guys?
I see what's happening here. You got a concussion and it's strange. Anyways,
I got some place to be.
Slam. Krenko. Now, where?
Krenko. Where have I heard that name before?
Don't play. I'm not in the mood for games. Slam against the ground again.
Alright, I swear, if this is about my ex-wife.
Drake.
Alright. You're known for having done arms deals with Krenko before.
Arms deals?
That's what. Did you not read your guys' thing?
I can't shape, can I?
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh!
He's Simic.
Next level.
Right? He's Simic, right?
Yes.
Simic. The Simic are chemical scientists, correct?
Bioscientist.
Bioscientist.
I don't sell weapons. I pick up scrap metal and I give it to a recycling plant to make jewelry.
Slam.
David, nat 20 for the persuasion check. You're known to deal with Krenko and sell him weapons and arms.
Are you trying to persuade me that I do these things?
No?
You're doing
You
a blimey
might.
terrible job.
Shush.
You were on your way. When we first saw you, you were on your way back from a meeting. I'm guessing you're on your way to deliver these weapons to Krenko. Mind telling him where he is, or where you're going to deliver these? Otherwise, it might get worse for you.
Worse for me. Worse for him. The longer I'm out here, the longer it'll take for it. Well, the more suspicious he'll get.
You're already testing our patience as it is.
Yes, but I'm already testing his. Means in a wee bit of minutes now he'll probably be in another location.
Alright.
Simic.
Who's the one losing out here?
Simic.
Now, maybe if I had the nice big black-white place under my...
Slam. Watch. I point towards you. Watch him. I point towards him. Watch him. I walk over, grab Drake by the arm, and we step out of earshot. I whisper to you, and I ask Drake if he has any a Simic either a bio torture chemical, a pain stimulant, or any sort of truth serum like chemical.
Let's see. Ink
Quick question, do I?
Ink, oil, acid, fish scales, seaweed, jellyfish, stingers.
Okay. I know what to do. I asked him if he has a syringe. He probably does. He's Simic. I asked for the syringe, and then I asked him to dump the ink into the syringe.
You got it.
And then I asked for another syringe to put the acid in that.
Okay.
There it is.
Okay. And then I tell him to hold on to those. Then I go back. I grab the, what's the name of the guy we're interrogating again?
Bellish?
Fallish? I slam Fallish
Yeah.
against the wall again. I'm doing like 1 damage each time I do that. Slam Fallish against the wall again. Where is Krenko?
Cranky?
Where's the deal going down?
Down? Deal? What have I gotten myself into this time?
I look towards Drake. I need salt, rope, and a rodent.
What you gonna do with the
Coming right
rodent?
up.
Sounds tasty.
I look at you. Also, Rads. We need something to clean up the mess and to keep him quiet.
Whoa, wait. Something's happening here, mate. I'm pretty sure it ain't up to your high and mighty code. We little ones don't like to be trumped on by the big ones.
You haven't seen any guild insignias. He doesn't know that we're guild affiliated.
So there's Orzhov and they are high and mighty.
You don't know he's Orzhov. And Orzhov does allow for severe criminal torture.
Yes, but they're all
They'll behead you for missing a payment.
Yes, but I don't got no payments to them.
You probably do.
Nah.
Orzhov owns
Is that
Boundary
so?
Street.
So?
When's the last time you paid rent?
Last
Mr.
weekend.
Cost
Paid in
what?
gold.
Sucks because they do it every weekend.
No, they don't. Not here.
You paid last weekend. Well, it's this weekend. And in exactly 45 seconds, your rent is due.
Well, you've already taken my bag, so I guess that's my rent.
There wasn't any money in here. 30 seconds. Rat!
Oh, I got something better.
Here,
No,
give me
no.
give me
Rat.
a moment.
A spider.
That'll work.
All right.
I take the
I
spider. Rope.
I toss him the rags.
Thank you. Rope.
Come on. This ain't fair, man.
I pull a bag of salt out.
Say
from my
illegal.
bag.
You can't do this.
It's legal.
I got rights, you know.
No, you don't.
Dang it, you got me there.
He put. I tie rope around.
All right.
his
Just let me
hands
go.
and feet.
I'll get you your gold.
Where can we find Krenko? He owes the Orzhov a lot.
Krenko.
If you tell
I've never
us,
heard of
we
him
will
owing
let you
anyone
go.
anything. He
And
sells it to everyone.
How about this? You have 15
even
seconds
better.
before it's due.
Yeah, let me go and I'll go get you your money.
Nope, that's not how it works.
Tell us first.
It's not due till good afternoon.
You have
It's still
10
in the morning.
That's evening.
Evening.
We're going.
Take,
It's due
talk,
tomorrow afternoon.
Will exact punishment.
Talk.
Will exact punishment in 10 seconds unless you tell us where the deal is going down. Otherwise, you'll have until tomorrow morning to pay.
You people give us y'all come to collect every
5.
afternoon. It's due tomorrow
3.
afternoon.
2. 1. I tie his hands and feet together and start scattering salt tear open his shirt and start spilling salt all over his chest.
Oh, looks like someone's salty.
I put rags over his eyes.
All right. To the smoky building.
Where?
Smoky building.
Smoky building.
Yes. You know, building people sleep. Smoky Hotel.
The Smoky Hotel?
Smoky Building Hotel, yes. That place.
Smokehouse Hotel. Well, Smokehouse Inn.
Yeah.
Smokehouse Inn?
Smoky Building Hotel.
Alright, good, because I had no idea what I was doing with salt and a spider.
Wait. What was happening here?
I'll take the spider back.
I untie him. Pay your debt to the Orzhov, or you'll be branded.
Let's do tomorrow. What you doing here today?
You're right, it is due tomorrow.
They only do it every other week. I got it paid already.
You should probably double check that. The Orzhov is not very forgiving.
Oh, good at record keeping, as I can clearly tell.
I pull
Unless
out,
something else is happening here.
I gesture towards the Simic for the syringes.
Oh my!
I hold up 2 syringes.
You forgot your tetanus shot.
Alright. One of these
Here you go.
syringes is truth serum. The other one will kill you in 5 minutes without the administration of an without the administration of a counter. If we go to the Smoky Inn and we do not find what Krenko or any leads to him, I will come back and inject you with both. Understood.
One's probably the poison, the other one's probably the cure.
I can assure you they're not. I gesture towards one, this one will kill you. Gesture towards the other one, this one will reveal, or this one is a truth serum. You will get both. Understood.
How would that help? So if I just held you off for like 5 minutes and
You
I
wouldn't
die,
be able to. I will inject you with both. This one will kill you in 5 minutes, and this one will get us this answers out of you. The Orzhov doesn't want you dead. You pay money to us.
say, I think I've heard that voice around, ordering little people around. Have I seen
I
you
stand
around
up.
here
I stand
before?
up tall and menacingly pull a knife. I am no Azurius lawmaker. And then I flourish my cloak as I turn and walk, and we leave him in the alleyway.
Clearly
And then I
too
stop.
decorative and stoic.
David Orzhov owned giant cathedrals and banks. They're very decorative and very stoic. I stop, pick up the flamethrowers. These will cover your expense for refusal of cooperation. These parts will be stripped and then sold to the Izet. And then we leave.
Wait, where's your rune badges?
Guild insignias.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of you.
The one standing closest to him is Sky.
Yep.
Sky, show him your badge.
I show him the Orzhov badge.
I want to see one from all of you.
You have no authority. Leave
Signet
before it gets
rings
worse.
or pocket watches.
You've been.
Orzhov will hear about this.
You bet they will.
All right. So we leave and head to the smokehouse, to the smokehouse inn.
That could have gone a lot better than
around-
I could have imagined.
As we look around, we find several goblins sitting around behind a corner as if they're waiting for something.
Is any of us Izet?
Nope. Sitting around behind a corner.
Any of us what?
From the Izet Guild.
Is it league?
Is it lead? Alright, we need somebody who looks like they'd be a middleman. Who's the most shady looking out of all of us?
That would also be Sven.
Alright. So, what's going to happen is the rest of us we're going to split up. Sven, you're going to take in the blowtorches, and you're going to try and figure out as much as you can. The rest of us are going to come in separately at different times. In fact, I pull out a hefty bag of coins. Drake, you're going to go in there and sit at a back corner when I give the signal, and in a few minutes I'm going to come in and make it look like I'm making a payment.
They're not in the smokehouse inn. They're outside it to run a corner.
I know, the goblins are outside of it. You are going to go there. The rest of us are going to get a spot near with some sort of either in earshot or in sight of the location.
Alrighty.
Actually, Sky, you're going to make it look like the money exchange, so we don't be suspicious. I'm going to get a vantage point where I can shoot from above.
So I'm giving the money exchange?
Yeah. Sky, Drake is going to go in at one time and sit in the corner, and Sky is going to join him after a couple of minutes. Right now, actually, Sky, you go now. Or no, sorry, Drake, you go now.
Alrighty, I'm heading out.
In a couple minutes, we're going to. In a couple minutes, Sven is going to go and make the deal. You are a middleman. What was his name again?
Fallish?
Fallish couldn't make
Yeah.
the exchange because the Orzhov were shaking him down. Actually, no. You say a guild, and the goblins are going to back out. Fallish couldn't make the exchange because he caught somebody was breaking into his house. A street thief with too big of ideas tried to break in, and Fallish sent it one of his middlemen instead.
I knew breaking into his house was a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. That's the alibi we're going to use.
So,
Good thing we avoided that then.
alright, so I'm going to go up
Mm-hmm.
with the flamethrowers, hiding any facial features and guilt insignias or markings to make it look like I'm just the middleman. Going up to the goblins with the flamethrowers.
Talk.
Fallish was unable to make it. His place was being watched, but he had sent me instead to deliver these as I hand over the 5 flamethrowers. Alright, now the persuasion check.
What is it?
Alright. The goblins believe me as they then take the flamethrowers.
Okay.
So now, do we just follow the goblins?
Should we follow them back to the lair or try and interrogate them out here? Let's follow them to their lair. I have an advantage for tracking them, so it's probably safest.
And I have an advantage for intimidation.
Alright. So,
As you split off, I see as you head back to the point where we meet up, I see a goblin come out of the shadows and start following you. Someone sent by the Goblin Gang to trace you. Make sure you don't double cross them.
okay.
So what happens when you're about to meet up with Drake and Sky? I fire a regular arrow and deliberately miss you guys, so you guys look up at me, and I gesture for you guys to hide in an alley.
Alright. Stealth checks. Alright. So, my guy and Sky managed to hide.
I roll a 12. Oh, is it with disadvantage?
Yeah.
Oops, I dropped that. Oh, well, it was a 14, so 12. And for
Matt?
20.
Ready?
roll a d20.
He rolled a 20.
Oh,
You roll a 20?
Yeah, I roll a 20.
okay.
Alright, so we all managed to hide as the goblin goes to the point that we were at and it lost our trail.
Whew.
I want to stab
Try
it.
and take it down or something?
No, because it needs to go back and report.
All right. Are you going to try and track it? We'll follow
Yep.
it.
I start following the goblin.
All right. So you follow the goblin, and it meets up with some other goblins. And what you're able to make out from what they're saying surprises you.
Hmm.
As the goblin saying to the goblins, I just found some of Krenko's men buying some weapons.
Echo.
It seems that he may or may not have escaped. If he's back, well, this is bad for business. As one of the goblins then pulls out what appears to be a vial, lights a fuse on it, throws it into a building, causing the building to explode, and he bursts into flames.
Wait, what burst into flames?
The building that it threw the bomb into.
Oh,
Should have been paying attention.
I was listening, and I was surprised by the sudden use of explosives. To intervene or not intervene? I decide to intervene. I repel. I jump while in air. I fire a stun bolt at the one holding one of the ones holding the flamethrower.
Oh, this wasn't one of Krenko's goblins.
Oh, so it was a different one that was following you.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And with the use of explosives, and it mentioning about how if Krenko's back, then they mean business, and
They're going to try and take over the.
no, these goblins are part of the Shatter Gang.
The what?
The Shatter Gang is another goblin gang that's rivals with Krenko's gang, especially since they want revenge for the death of one of the three Shatter Gang brothers.
Wait, hold up. This is
Uh-oh.
Foundry Street, right?
Yeah.
Nothing on Foundry Street is flammable.
Everything on Foundry Street is flammable.
No, it's not. Foundry Street's made out of iron and stone buildings because
Well,
it has a flame.
Foundry Street is a lot of factories,
Yeah, I know.
and they just blew up one of Krenko's safe houses.
Oh, I thought they were trying to get rid of their own evidence. Okay, I rappel down and land behind them.
Alright. Initiative. 14. Where's my monster?
And I hold up my hands like this. Like this. Head down. Over my... hood over my head.
Alright.
And I say, hold your weapons. I come to... hold your weapons. I come to talk.
Alright, speak, human.
I stand up and I shed the cloak, revealing my Boros insignia on my chest.
Blazes into Boros.
Krenko's return is is just as a threat to the Boros as it is to your guild to your what are they called, a clan?
Gang.
To your gang.
Nothing's bigger to a threat to our gang than you. Kranko nothing compared to y'all.
You know full well that the Boros that your gang has collaborated with the Boros. You were responsible in large part for for Krenko's original arrest, and Krenko knows that.
The goblin looks over to another one. Were we?
Yeah, they were. Nobody has it in for a goblin boss more than another goblin boss.
Well, I'm just one of the low people, so they don't tell us much these days.
Krenko's,
What's it in for you? What do you want?
Krenko's return is a bigger threat to you than it is to anyone else. I'm asking for collaboration. I will not Boros will not do any arrests against those who are aiding the Boros cause in the recapture of Krenko's recapture of the escaped prisoner Krenko. Also, any illegalities found will be ignored for the sake of the greater good. I'm not some usurious book reader bound by the strictness of the law. I work for justice. And right now, Krenko is the threat.
So, sounds good enough. What's in it for us?
Do I need to roll a persuasion?
Yep.
You got some coins on you.
I rolled a 13. You dying?
Sorry, went down the wrong pipe.
It would be a
You rolled a
charisma
13?
check, right?
Yep.
What's my charisma?
So your persuasion
Ugh.
is 2.
Okay. It would be against their intelligence or their wisdom.
Wisdom. And they rolled a nat 20.
What? Wait, is that a rolling die or is that a
It's
counter
a
die?
rolling die.
Okay.
So, big words from someone big and mighty.
Wait,
but
hold on.
Especially since the Shadow Gang don't want Krenko arrested, they want him killed.
Big words from someone all high and mighty Boros. We don't want him back in
Before
prison.
he
We
can-
want his head.
Before he can finish his sentence, I throw one of my stun bolts and hit him, so it's not an official attack. It's a bonus action, and then I fire one at another one. So I throw it at him, and then fire another stun bolt at a second one.
There's 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first one, do I have an advantage against him? Or is that only for tracking?
You have advantage against them for
Okay.
tracking.
So
combat.
19 and 18. So 19 for hitting him. And for firing at the second one, a 7 or a 17. So a 19 and a 17.
Alright, those both hit.
The first one does 4 damage, and the second one does 3 damage. And they have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Equal to 8 plus 4 plus 2.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep. What's their Constitution?
Should keep it open.
Or a sticky note?
Is plus 0 with no proficiency in Constitution saves.
So 12, so that one fails. And a 13, so they both fail.
They both fail and, as a result, are knocked prone.
Yeah, 2 of them go down.
How many are there?
3. So at this time it'd be when you guys were intervene.
Okay.
Who's got the highest initiative after me? Or who has the highest initiative?
Let's see. Dallon's got...
Initiative.
Well, Sky's got 12. Drake has 12. And Sven has 14. And Goblins also have 12. So, me. Coming in to go after the third Goblin. 2 weapon fighting. Meaning I'm going to be using both my swords for this one attack. And miss.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait. I just want the shinies. I'm not here for anything else.
As soon as the fight starts, the goblin is in all for the fight. Unless they become outnumbered, then they run.
They don't get enough shinies to pay for this.
Then they run.
That's what's happening.
No, he doesn't try and talk his way, he just bolts.
Alright, as he's leaving, I'm making an opportunity attack. Because he's leaving the area that I can attack him.
How? Wait, what did you roll on your first attack?
A 4.
Alright. If you rolled a 1, you would have gotten away instantly.
My second roll was a 5.
So you're swinging at him while he's running away, shouting, they don't pay him enough shinies. Because you gotta know some things about goblins. First off, you don't attack them. Second off, you gotta give them something. It has to fit under the 5 S's. Shiny, smelly, stabby, and super shiny. So y'all just went about that completely wrong.
No. So, the Boros don't pay informants. We plead bargain. We make deals. We don't pay them.
Those are goblin thugs. They're in it for the shinies.
Again, we don't pay them.
That's
Of course,
yeah.
as you say, you don't go by the book all the time either.
The Boros do follow their rules, but their rules have a lot of room for
Negotiation.
yeah. Anyways,
The guy asked for money and you attacked him.
he didn't ask for money.
Yeah.
No,
The first one?
They said they want his head, not him captured.
Yeah, and then he said, "What's in it for us?" And then you attacked. He was asking for money when you attacked him.
With them rolling a nat 20, they would have instantly gone for their blades to kill a Boros cadet.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so wait, who has anyone taken care of the third guy yet?
He ran.
Did
Colby
he-
attacked
did he
him
get
and missed 3 times.
He got away.
I missed him.
Did
twice.
you give them a chance to attack him?
You two want to make an attack against the goblin?
Yeah, they're there.
What's your all's initiative?
12.
What's the goblin's initiative?
12.
Okay.
Both of them are 12?
So roll for the goblin and then roll for Matt. You roll a die.
All right.
And I'll
One
roll
for
for
the
Dallin.
goblin, one for.
Dallin rolled a 1, so he's out of the run.
What Matt roll?
17.
17. And what did the goblin roll?
14.
Alright, so Matt, you get to get one attack on him. Try and engage him. Try and keep him from running.
Let's see. What's my only attack spell that I have? Is it the elemental one? The elemental one, Colby, or
Absorb
do I have
elements.
Mm-hmm. Is that a attack spell?
It's a defensive spell.
Oh.
What it does is someone casts an elemental spell at him. He uses that spell to gain resistance to that damage, and then adds 1d6 of that damage to his next melee attack.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have a bola or like any sort of long range weapon?
He's got a dagger.
I could throw a dagger.
Go ahead.
All right.
Roll a d20.
Roll d20.
Yep.
All right. Oh, 19.
19 plus 4 against 15. That's a hit.
Oh, that's
Roll
hurt.
1d4.
D4. I don't think I have a D4. I have only a D20 and D6.
Alright, here, we got it for you.
Alright, cool.
2. You did 2 damage to him. How much life do they have?
So you got 7.
So you nearly killed him.
Crap.
Alright.
Well, since he has 5 life left, I don't think I did any damage to him at all.
Sky, it's your turn.
Does he turn to retaliate? Or does he keep running?
He keeps trying to run.
Sky, do you have a long range attack or maybe fly after him?
He's got javelins.
Hit him with a javelin.
Let me quickly look through here.
I got a D20 for you if you want me to roll for you.
Yeah, I throw the javelin at him.
Read the caption.
Matt, go ahead and roll.
All right.
All right. I'll roll for you.
Matt's rolling.
Oh, Matt's rolling for him.
Yeah, Matt's rolling.
15.
What do you get?
15.
15.
15 plus 4, that's a hit.
19 total.
D6 for damage.
How
And a
much?
D6 I do have.
Oh, you have a D6?
Yes, I do. Right here.
Oh, okay. You go ahead and roll it. You need at least a 5.
Oh boy.
Actually, a 4. If you do a 5, you'll kill him.
Oh, yeah, 4.
Okay.
At most.
Oh boy, please. Yes.
What was it?
Yes.
Well, we have 2
I got a 4.
You got a 4? Alright, he's badly damaged.
Alright, so the goblin is injured and falls down, thereby preventing his escape.
You know what goblins always have on them?
Shit.
Grenades.
Not
They have what on them?
Grenades.
Grenades!
not always on.
This is the Shadow Gang.
Yeah, do they? They do.
One just used one.
Yeah, you were correct.
Oh shoot.
The one that falls down, rolls over, and throws a grenade, a firebomb at y'all.
I fire my arrow at it while it leaves his hand. I fire an arrow at the
Alright.
at the thing.
Roll a d20.
Would it be with disadvantage since it's a tiny moving target?
Yeah.
Alright, give me another d20.
20.
Alright. Well, I rolled a 20 and a 2. That sucks. So I missed.
What?
So you miss.
Wait, is it with disadvantage?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, let's make dexterity saves.
What's my dexterity?
It's a +4.
12 plus 4, 16. Dallin, I'll roll for you.
Alright.
Watch out!
16
Fires burn feathers.
2. Roll
Plus-
+4.
plus 4,
Roll plus
so
2.
you plus 2, so you got an 18. Matt, roll a d20.
15.
15 plus 2 is a 17.
Uh-huh.
And I'll roll. Meep.
What?
What do you roll?
A 4.
Oh, yikes.
Oh,
So
and the other two both pass.
What
so
other two?
the goblins
That are
un-
unconscious?
Oh, okay, so they die.
No.
They
Because
just make it with disadvantage.
No, because
No,
they
they're unconscious, Colby.
this guy was way down the hall already. We were chasing him, remember? These guys we left down on the ground.
Okay. Allie's here, right there.
So,
He's right here,
so
next to a dumpster.
So,
and some
Allie,
trash bags.
Allie, courtyard. These two were over here by the building. He dashed down the alley. We chased after him. So
Throws it,
he throws it. It would explode. It would explode in a straight line.
kills the other two.
No, it doesn't.
Leave no survivors!
We need survivors.
Well, I failed my save. Taking 8 fire damage.
How much you at?
Ouch.
I was at 13.
Now you're at 5.
Yeah, what's with the T-Rex?
Alright. Yeah, I'm at 5 life. But
And you have to try to put yourself out, otherwise you take 1d6 every turn.
using an action to put it out.
Roll. Has to be 15 or higher.
No, it's just I'm doing that as my action.
Yeah, roll.
No,
It's
No,
an
it's
alchemist
not a
fire.
matter.
It's alchemist
No,
fire.
it's
It's
not.
not
It's-
alchemist fire, David.
Come on, people.
It's actual fire.
Yeah. Colby, you work on a rot farm. How easily do you think putting out fire will be?
Pretty. It's pretty soaking wet. It's all squishy.
Yeah. Alcohol squishy.
Anywho,
Rotting stuff burns.
so we have the two in custody to bring for interrogation, possibly in a more formal setting. This way, it looks like we're either bringing them in, we can charge them with arson and gained affiliation, while questioning them for Krenko. Krenko won't pay mind to it because they're his enemies and they're being brought in. And it would look like we're unknowingly helping Krenko after they burnt down his safe house.
We can end it here tonight.
We're gonna end it here tonight because it's midnight over here.
Alrighty. Sounds good, Lee.
We'll continue
All right.
next time. Balthazar signing off.
Sven signing off.
Draxus Kyung signing off. Check me out on
Drake.
Twitch.
So I'm thinking that not next Friday, not the coming Friday, but the Friday after, we can work on the SCP since I'll be done with finals and I'll be free after then.
That works.
And then next week we're going to continue this.
All right.
Alrighty. Sounds like a plan.
Alrighty. Good night.
All right. Good night,
Yep.
y'all.
Night.
Have a wonderful good night's sleep.